when we think about this idea of creating an effective team climate, one of the things that I know that happens in our center is that when we have novice tutors who are being mentored by the tutors who are seasoned and returning, we often talk to them about providing social support for the novice tutors and how important that is, because one of the setups in our area is we have learning labs, for example. And so the accounting lab is next to the math lab. And we often encourage our tutors that if you're working in the math lab, but you're also an accounting tutor and you need to ask your tutor colleague a question because you're working with a tutee who might not know the answer to something, and you're new and you're struggling, to feel free and reach out to your teammates, your coworkers, the paraprofessionals that you work with in the center for that social support. And we really encourage that among our staff members. In terms of task appreciation support, an example of what happens in our center is sometimes the tutors might ask each other to cover a shift for them. And one of the things that we do, and this will be coming up later in the webinar, is we have an employee of the month. So we try to get the tutors in our center to be really mindful of showing their appreciation for their fellow colleagues, but also supporting one of their fellow colleagues to be tutor of the month, and that's the way to show that task appreciation support. I think one of the reasons why we have proximity really highlighted here is because COVID created massive challenges in the proximity of what I just described, of you're working in a lab next to each other, or you're working in one of the tutoring rooms next to each other. And because that proximity has been greatly, if not totally, diminished because of COVID, that has become a challenge. So we've gotten really creative with doing some team building things that can be done virtually, which Stephanie's going to be talking about a bit later on in the webinar. So we've been really mindful about how do we keep that proximity in the virtual world.